Sevilla Football Club, a giant in European football in some sense. The holders of the highest number of UEFA Europa Leagues, being 7, have recently found themselves in a rather precarious situation in the world of football. From being knocked out of all European competitions to being 16th in La Liga as at the time of recording this video, and at the moment not having any hope of even qualifying for the Europa League that they are so well known for. It has been a major downhill season from Sevilla, only winning 3 games in La Liga and not winning any at all in the Champions League. They have produced some talents from their academy, one of them notably being Jules Koundé, now of Barcelona, but they have also gone in for some players that were supposed to be influential but have really failed to hit the ground running. One of them being the well-known Sergio Ramos, exciting prospect in Luca Bacchio, tenacious midfielder in Diego Alonso, and potentially a good replacement for the departed Koundé in Loic Bade, Adria Pedrosa and Mariano Diaz, formerly of Real Madrid. Sevilla do seem to be lacking that something extra to take their game to the next level, and that's where we come in. So this SC24 career mode is going to be different from the usual ones where we take over the club from the start of the season and make the things right. I have gone on to simulate all the games Sevilla have played and tried to get the same results, and luckily they are also slightly where they are in real life, which would be 17th in our case. So we'll be taking over from the head coach Diego Alonso, and as his assistant manager I am not a full replacement yet, and I will have to impress the board to show them that I am the right man for the job going into the summer. So already we are on thin ice going into the job, so we have to deliver. Some of the objectives the previous manager was not able to meet include signing some youth players from the academy, getting at least 20 wins in the league, as well as replacing 3 players from the team. The objectives that I would have to really pay close attention to if I want to be here in the summer would include finishing in the top 4, which seems almost impossible at this point, and reaching the semi-final of the Copa del Rey. We have some financial objectives to take into consideration as well. After the objectives discussions with the higher ups, we have to start getting to work. So there are going to be a lot of restrictions on this career mode to keep it interesting. Sevilla, like most La Liga teams, are not financially stable, hence why they haven't gone out to spend big on players. So we are going to have to follow with that as well and spend what we make. Obviously we will use some of the money we win from competitions, but I have decided to halve that money and only add that half to the funds we make from player sales. There are some other interesting restrictions I would like to add, but that would be for next season if we make it. So getting straight to work, we have a look at the team and it's clear that we need some goals because Ernaziri is the top goal scorer at the moment with only 8 goals. We have a look at the entire squad and defensively there doesn't seem to be a lot of quality, so we'll have to use a formation that adds a bit of quantity when we are on the defense. So we go for a 4-4-2 with the kick and rush tactic. Mind you, this isn't the formation I would like to play, but with the players at my disposal and the current situation of the club, we have to survive and see out as many games as we can. So we go on to scout some players Sevilla are looking out in real life. One of them being Dragusin, a very tall and explosive defender who is solid on the ball, Hannibal Mebri from United, Agumi from Inter, and an exciting prospect in the 2nd division of Germany in the person of Chan Uzon. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get a majority of those players due to Agumi being on loan and Uzon just joining Nürnberg and Mejbri already joining AC Milan. So we set our eyes on Dragusin, and unfortunately he has a reasonable release clause that we can activate of around 8.5 million. We will have to make some sales for that to happen though. So some players are transfer listed to get some funds to improve the squad, and while we wait for that, we send our scouts out to get some prospects for our academy. As we wait for offers to come, we prep for the first game of our managerial career, and it's against the on-form Athletic Bilbao, who have won their last 5 matches. We attempt to boost morale before the match by giving some key players new contracts and hyping up the players in the press conference. 15 minutes into the game and Bilbao are probing to get an early start, but a nice interception from Jibril So gives us a counter-attacking chance, and Lamela, quick on his feet, goes past the defender to get Ernaziri in space and gives us an opportunity to put ourselves in a good position, but a good save from Unai Simon denies Youssef. About 25 minutes into the game and we've done well defensively to hold off Bilbao as Marcao makes a brilliant tackle and we hit Bilbao on the counter. Ocampos finding Rafa Mir, who makes a beautiful run, cuts inside to find Lamela making a run into the box, and he makes it 1-0 and what a good goal that was. It's not long after the goal and Bilbao are on the attack, and it's the pacey Iñaki Williams going through our defense, and I think a little bit of lack of concentration from Marcao leads to Bilbao getting the equalizer. Bilbao give us a tough time in the first half, but we did well defensively to keep it level at halftime. We started early in the second half with this beautiful through ball from Acuna to find Diego Alonso, who gets dispossessed, but Youssef is there to get the ball, passes it to Mir, but he gets flustered and hits it well off target. Bilbao hit us on the counter again with Iñaki Williams speeding away from Acuna. No one really having the pace to keep up with him as he tries to find a body in the box. He whips it in. Muriel connects, but it's not enough to trouble the keeper. We go on to build an attack here, patiently looking for an opportunity, and a good switch here from Goodell to find Acuna, who flicks it to Lamela, who is decent on the ball, goes past a few players in a good position, finds Mir in an even better position, and he makes it 2-1, redeeming himself from the earlier miss. We make some changes to add some energy to the team and take off the MVP at the moment, Eric Lamela, for Oliver Torres and Ocampos for Luka Bacchio. We fight valiantly to hold off Bilbao and maintain our lead, but they keep pushing as Muniain puts a cross in and it finds Muriel as he heads it in, and I've got to say Dimitrovic should be doing better in such a situation. The match is inching to a close with only 10 minutes to go, and a draw doesn't seem like a bad result, but we need to get as much wins as we can, and the captain Navas understands that, and he finds Mir with a wonderful ball as he goes on a solo run with no support around him, and he does well to get away from that defender, but the keeper makes a wonderful save. We set up and prep for the corner, and it's Goodell for the delivery as he aims for Naziri, and he puts the ball in, and what a wonderful header from Youssef to put us back in front, and it's a crucial goal at a crucial time, and what a moment for the team. We're in the closing stages of the game now, and it's Bilbao with the attack trying to get a point from this game with Muriel out wide looking to do something, but he gets it very wrong as the whistle goes, and we get 3 very important points against a tough side. Before we went into that game, we had a huge offer for our main man up front, Ed Naziri, and I was very reluctant to accept it, but it was from Manchester United, still in the Champions League at this point, and we were in no position to deny Youssef from such a big move. But I would have needed a significant amount of money for Youssef to go, which United were not willing to fork up. I would think Youssef wouldn't be happy with that, but I've managed to convince him to stay till the summer to help the team, and then if any offers come, we would sell him. We went on to face Atleti in the Spanish Cup, and from minute 1, Atletico were just all over us, having really good opportunities, but the defense and goalkeeper were really fighting for their lives to prevent them from scoring. We did get a few chances as well, but we weren't able to add the finishing touch to them, so we went into the second half on a 0-0 level terms. The second half followed the same trend of the first half, with Atletico being all over us, but they still weren't clinical enough to get the opening goal of the game. Go up the field with Marcao looking to find Acuna, who doesn't take time on the ball, to find Navas, who takes it down nicely, doesn't waste time, and puts the ball in the danger area, to find Mir, who heads it past Oblak to open up the game for us purely against the run of play, but we'll take it. We make some changes, and the goal scorer Mir comes off for Luka Bacchio, and some other changes as well as we try to get a second goal here, but it goes to waste in a bad position as Atletico hit us on a dangerous counter, and players scramble to get back in place, and it's Correa out on the wings for them, but he wastes the opportunity with a tame cross, and we go on to transition quickly, and it's an end-to-end game here as Djibril Sow runs through an empty midfield, goes in to find Suso in a great position, and he's going alone here with Ocampos as an option, but he doesn't need him as he doubles our lead, and it's looking good for us at the moment. Ocampos goes on to take one for the team by bringing an Atleti player down, but it doesn't matter as the game comes to a close, and another massive win for the team, and spirits would be high after this as we progress to the next round. We had some big developments after the match in terms of sales, because apparently Rafa Mir's release clause of 30 million had been met by FC Porto, and unfortunately we couldn't do anything about it. Now, with one of our key players in the last 2 games gone, we had to find a replacement. As we searched for that, we went on to complete the signing of Dragusin to add more quantity quantity and hopefully future quality to our defense. Our scouts returned with a report of a potential replacement player in the person of Yusuf Poulsen of Leipzig and another interesting unknown free agent in Julian Quinones, and also a younger option in Afena. We waited for more details on those reports as we got some more sales out of the way, but I was sure that the 30 million from Rafa Mir would be enough to get Poulsen. Reports were in and he looked really solid along with Julian as well, so we decided to go in for him and for a pretty decent price too. We signed Julian as well, and since we had enough, we went in for Afena to add some explosiveness to our attack. So we were done with our signings for the January window, and I think we will be able to progress till the end of the season hopefully, and then we can start making some further changes to this team to get them where they need to be.